A married couple, Clara and Niels, had just bought an old house on the outskirts of town. The building was beautiful, but dust and cobwebs filled every corner. They planned to renovate it, but they did not expect to find something unusual. While cleaning the study, Niels tapped the wall, muttering, "I think there's something behind here." Clara looked on, curious. A few minutes later, they discovered an old hard drive, covered in dust and peeling paint. They decided to take it to a technician, just to make sure the files inside could be accessed. On the computer screen, the list of files appeared one by one. Random spreadsheets, blurry photos, and journals that were intensely personal. Niels swallowed hard. Clara stared at the screen, shivering. Something was waiting to be revealed, and that was just the beginning. The mystery within the hard drive would soon pull them deeper, more than they had imagined. Clara leafed through the pages of the journal. Her eyes widened as she read the previous owner's notes. It turned out the man had been a forensic accountant, and he had discovered something huge. Evidence of corporate embezzlement, so vast that Clara's head spun just thinking about it. The journal described the previous owner's feelings of paranoia. He felt watched. He felt threatened. His notes were filled with exclamation marks, frantic scribbles, numbers that seemed to whisper, "Don't let this be found." Clara looked at Niels. They were silent, realizing one terrifying truth. This secret could put them in danger too. The tension was only beginning. The mystery behind the hard drive grew darker, closer, and more real. Clara and Niels finally decided to hire a private detective. They did not dare face this alone. The detective, a man in a brown jacket with sharp eyes, studied the hard drive and journal carefully. "We need to be thorough," he said. A few days passed. The detective's reports began to come in. The spreadsheets that initially appeared random actually contained suspicious transactions. Clara held her breath as Niels pointed to the numbers. "This is real," he whispered. The detective explained further. The previous owner had indeed uncovered evidence that a manager was cheating clients, manipulating financial reports. And the threats written in the journal? They were real, but their purpose wasn't just random intimidation. They were part of the company's effort to cover up the scandal and prevent it from leaking to the public. Clara and Niels exchanged glances, shocked yet relieved. They had not only discovered a dangerous secret, but also the truth that had long been hidden. They stared at the final page of the detective's report. Their breath seemed to stop for a moment. All the evidence in the hard drive had been verified and finally handed over to the authorities. The embezzlement case that had been concealed for so long was uncovered. The perpetrator faced consequences. All the frightening secrets were now brought to light. Niels massaged his temples, relieved. Clara lowered her head, holding back tears. "We really helped uphold the truth," she whispered. They paused, reflecting on the pressure and dedication of the previous accountant, the man who had written his journal with fear, yet a strong sense of responsibility. The old house now felt different. The dust remained, but every corner held a story about courage, risk, and persistence. Clara looked out the study window as the evening light filled the room, and a faint smile appeared on her face. They realized the mystery wasn't just an old secret, but a life lesson. Sometimes small acts of courage can change a lot.